This is the time and place for a city commission meeting on Monday, December 18th, 2023, 5:30 in the evening. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Here.
Weinreich.
Here.
Gregg.
Here.
Harvey.
Here.
Mayor Harrington.
Here. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Does the commission have any changes in the agenda? I have one. Does you guys have any? Okay. We're going to move 8.1 up to right underneath public forum. This is a lady with DOT out in Pier that's on Zoom with us tonight, and I thought we'd get her out of here before she need to sit to the end. So, okay, we'll move on a little bit with the public forum. Start with. Oh, I need a motion. I'm sorry. Need a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
Commissioner Harvey. Motion and a second by Commissioner Weinrich. Okay, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Gregg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay, now we can move on to public forum. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. Please state your name and address for the record. Is there anybody on the commission that has anything for public forum tonight? Seeing none, do we have anybody in the audience that has anything public forum tonight? Seeing none, we'll move on. I think we're going to get Zoom up.
We have it up, but nobody's on that.
Isn't that out there yet? That's not going to really work well, man. We can move on.
Go through the consent first and maybe.
Yeah, we can move on. Yeah. All right. We will move on from 8.1 until Sherry Bartlett comes online. City Commission, and now we'll adjourn and go into convene as the Board of Adjustment for the following public hearings. And with that, I'm going to call on our intern, planning commission, Julie, to talk to us about 4.1.
Sure, so Mark Harvey is wanting to do a fence. It will be out in front of a neighboring home where typically the fence is only allowed to be 4 foot tall there, and he is wanting 6 foot tall. So I did go out and look at the neighborhood with him, and I don't believe there'll be any safety issues with it. He will do a cutout at the corner and where his driveway is for a clear view. And there is a similar fence to the south that's actually gonna stick out just a little further than this one. And the neighbor to the north's vision is already obstructed by huge evergreen trees and other trees out in the yard. So it's not gonna cause a viewing issue, and I would recommend approval of the applicant's request.
Move to approve, Mr. Mayor.
Move to approve. Commissioner Bragg, need a second on this item?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Weinrich. Any discussion with Julie? Any questions for Julie on this item?
These corner cutouts have been what we've done before, so visibility.
You'll have one at the intersection and one at the driveway.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
And I would recommend that, I guess, just in the conditions for it.
Say that again, Julie, sorry.
I would recommend that they have the cutout at the intersection and at the driveway for clear view.
Get a motion.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah. So we need a roll call vote then.
Yes. Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Gregg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Moving on to 4.2, Julie.
Okay, And this is a variance request filed by Southern Sun for project address 99 15th Street Northwest to prepare, roast, and package sunflower seeds and associated projects in an address, or in an area, zoned I-1 Limited Industrial District. So the building inspector, I just put his comments in there. He just noted that there are several other uses in there. This would be similar to the ordinance. Ordinance just does not specify this particular use. Himself and the fire chief would need to do an inspection prior to that opening for business. And I feel on the planner's side that this business would blend into the neighborhood. There's ample parking and enough parking for like future growth for their business. The outdoor bins that are there, the seed bins that he's requesting, on the east side, there is commercial uses there. On the north side is that new senior living facility, so it shouldn't have any effect on single-family homes that would be further out north. We've never received any complaints about odors from the cooking. So provided all the codes are met, I would recommend approval of it.
Need a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Mr. Howard, motion to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Bragg. Any questions for Julie on this item? Is there anybody in the public who would like to speak on it? I don't see anybody here, so, okay. All right.
Just for reference, this is the old Banner Engineering Building.
Yes.
All right, need a roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thank you. Moving on to 4.3, Julie.
Sure, and this is a conditional use permit filed by Glenn Youngerman at 800 21st Street Southwest in Suite 1. And that used to be a restaurant, and it had a little drive-up window there, and it's to operate a medical cannabis dispensary. So they did address all of the zoning regulations in their conditional use application, and the location meets the zoning code requirements. I would put in the conditions that the drive-up window does need to be secured. I would recommend that, since that is just not allowed. And if approved, this would be the 4th cannabis dispensary, and that's how many the city had agreed to allow. Regarding the letter from the county that I have in front of you, that is between the city of Wessington and the county and Mr. Youngerman, it doesn't affect anything with the cities.
Okay. All right, I need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Commissioner Harvey. All right, motion to approve. Need a second on this item.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Bragg. Any discussions for Julie on this? Yes, Mr. Weinrich.
So how are we gonna secure the drive up? Maybe that might be a question for Mr. Youngerman.
Glenn Youngerman, applicant, and also I live at 1914 Eilers Court. I think about that. The window will be secured either through bolted shut. There'll be a covering on the outside and on the inside. So pretty simple. We just don't want to damage the building since we're the tenant, not the landlord.
Okay.
Any other questions for Glenn? Thank you. Need a roll call vote on this item?
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay, moving on to 4.4. This item, Commissioner Harvey has, going to sit this one out because he has been involved with this transaction.
Yep, I'm representing both buyer and seller, so I will recuse myself from this vote.
Chet? Very good. Okay. Julie, you want to read into this one?
Yep, yep.
Okay, 4.4.
And so this used to be the old Bucky's building, or prior to that, Mulligan's. And so they are wanting to do apartments or dwelling units on the second floor. And I realized that previously it used to be used for that, but the previous owner did not get a conditional use permit to allow that. And since they would be doing significant remodeling, we had decided to require that. There had been questions about the solid waste collection, but that has been resolved. Another dumpster could be added, or they could simply do additional pickups. And so the parking was also changed in the downtown to reduce the amount of required parking. And they have used the city parking lot for this building for many, many years. So with all those changes and allowing other dwelling units and churches and that, I would recommend approval of the request. And I would also recommend with this one that a condition be placed on there that they have to have a stamped drawing by a design professional.
So I would move approval for purposes of discussion.
Commissioner Bragg moves to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Weinrest. Any questions for Julie on this topic?
So you said, previous owner had not had it, made available for this. As long as that building has been standing, there's been residences up there, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
So obviously it would take a reworking of that potentially, because the needs now are different, but that this would be not inconsistent with the design of that building, which I would assume is 100 years old or thereabouts, so. it's
Yeah,
not
the
like
building has a kitchen on the second floor, and it has bathrooms on the second floor, and it has rooms on the second floor. And it looks to be very original to what it was built as.
Okay. Any other questions on this item? Seeing none, we need a roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Weinreich,
Aye.
Gregg,
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you, Julie, for the hard work on getting all this up there so we can understand. Appreciate that. Let's see. The Board of Adjustment adjourns to reconvene as a city commission. And with that, we're going to move into the consent agenda. Matters appearing on the consent agenda expect to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. Tonight, the consent agenda is 6.1, minutes of December 11th, 2023, City Commission meeting. 6.2, fuel quotes for city departments. 6.3, appointment of Jacob Lindgren to represent the Huron Chamber and Visitors Bureau on the Business Improvement District, which is commonly referred to as the bid board. 6.4, payment of the bills. Entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Weinrich, motion to approve, and a second by Mr. Harvey. Any other questions on this item, any of these items? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Weinreich,
Aye.
Gregg,
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. We still are waiting for our person from Pure to connect with us. And so we'll move on to 8.2. And we have a representative tonight from Huron Housing and Redevelopment update. Name and address and all that, please.
Name and address and all this free stuff. Brian Torgerson, representing Huron Housing Authority for the Rehab Department. 969 Longridge Avenue, southwest. I've got some photos y'all would like, maybe? Pass around. That's the updates of the projects that we got done this year that will show the cosmetic change of how we improve the community in those housing. So Just wanted to update you on what we've been doing. I had 11 original contracts when I started last year. 2 of them got dropped because of one health issue, that it was a quit claim, so she had to transfer it over to her son, so she was out of the program. The other one wouldn't fulfill her part of things to get the contracts going, so we dropped. I had 5 out of the 9 that we got to process through. They ended up being about $94,000 that we got to spend on the community. Of the 4 that we didn't get done, 2 of them just couldn't find enough bids to keep going forward, adequate bids to keep going forward. Finally got bids on 2 more, contacted the contractors to try to go forward, and they said, oh, sorry, we're overbooked, can't do it. So I tried to find replacement contractors, couldn't do it in time frame, so we lost out on them too. So 4 of them I didn't get done last year, but I can roll them over till this next year, so which is a good thing. So of those 4, it was about 32 to 40,000 that we'll gain again, that I should have spent this last year, but I didn't get a chance to. And so we'll go forward. So that'll be, if I would've had all my 11 fulfilled this year, I'd have spent $158,000 from the home program to the federal government, which would have been nice for our community. But since I couldn't, we only got 94,000 spent, but that's all right. I've got my New Year's budget of January is for 160,000 again, so I've got another 160,000 to spend for this coming year. So I'm gonna get it spent, one way or the other, I'm gonna get it spent. So with that, we're still moving forward. I've got 2 applicants that I'm processing now that will go into the new fiscal. I've got 3 that are still in the process. They're still trying to make up their mind what they want to do. Sometimes the paperwork is kind of overwhelming to them. You know, they're kind of older couples sometimes, and I've told them, bring it in, I'll help you as much as I can, and they still seem to be a little overwhelmed, and so they're kind of hesitant. But we're trying real hard to get this all pushed forward. So that's, I mean, the pictures are pretty self-explanatory of the cosmetic effects of old and the new. I could have overwhelmed you with a lot of pictures, but you know, you can usually see the front of it. You can just see how well it's been changed over, and it looks good. So I'm happy with the contractors that I'm finding. They're doing a good job. They're doing an awesome job. They're going above and beyond on some things. So I'm really pleased for that. And that's about where we're at. I'm hoping to get another at least 9 to 10 this next year to where I can spend that 160,000. And so Huron was most of it. Beetle County, I had 1 in Yale. I've had several come through Beetle County. Sad part about that is these smaller communities, they're lapsing on their home insurance, so they're automatically out of the program. If they can't have home insurance, I can't get them on. I've tried, I've contacted a couple different agencies to see what minimum insurance is, to see if we can at least get them on that, because my program just says it has to be what the value of the project is. So if it's only 15,000, that's all the insurance has to be. But the insurance policies don't go down that low. 70,000 is about minimum. It's about $70, $80 a month, and sometimes that's too much for some of these people. They just can't do it. And so the sad part is it's either eat or pay their insurance. And so we've been trying to find a way that somehow we can find a benefactor, something, some way that maybe they could help these people. And so I'm still looking, I'm still searching. So I'm begging yet in a way. So, you know, other than that, we're going forward. It's a good program. It's a worth program. And we've proved it. Ralph proved it. I hope I'm proving it. So, I mean, next time maybe I'll have some testimonials from the homeowners for y'all to read. But
Yeah, and that's the other side. Next time we will, you know, we've kind of we haven't done our part by asking you to come in more often and tell us what's going on. We just kind of give out the segment and not forget about you, but just don't.
so yeah, I when I made, you know, call, well, 2 weeks, well, last week I'd called, I said, yeah, the last month I've been trying to get in, something always pops up, you know, just never fails, you know, but I've been trying to get in front of y'all, and I'll make it more, you know, if you guys want me to come in every quarter, I can come in every quarter or whatever, you know, I can definitely do that. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's what we talked, we could probably schedule them like we do our other entities, that'd be fun.
Yeah, just give me a call, whatever you want. If you want me to do every quarter, I have no problem with that. So,
Yeah, I think it's good for the public to hear what's going on with it, you know, because it is a worthy program.
yes, it is, it is.
Not only it makes our community look a little bit better, but it also helps some of the people who can't do it for themselves.
Yep. So,
Appreciate it.
it's
Anything
just,
else?
well, I appreciate you guys for deeming the program valuable and supporting us. I appreciate it, because it is valuable. It does help a lot of our elderly, you know, that just can't do it. They've been in those homes for 30, 40 years, and they're being a little neglected, and so it's helping, so.
Okay. Any other questions?
Just point out, since, you know, the newspaper's here, maybe he'll give you a little blurb tomorrow on the program, and they can reach out to you at Housing for additional information.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I take all calls. Anything I will talk about, so.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Take care. All right. Good report. We can go to 8.3
Okay.
and talk about, Julie, you can talk about this one also.
Yep, and I've got a slide here I'll show in just a second.
Okay?
So this mainly consists of 4 parts. One is the streetscape and landscaping along the road, and that part was already settled as they're taking the trees out and then gonna replace them, but they would be on the homeowner's property. So Barry Cranston does have that part all taken care of. So I'll be talking about the WPA sidewalks, the interpretive signage, and the historic markers. So I'm gonna head over here. So this section of sidewalk here, they're gonna take out a 2-square area, and that is located in front of 578 Dakota South. It was one of the better ones that was still in place. And so the SHPO office, or the State Historic Preservation, definitely wanted this to be placed by that interpretive signage that's in the south part of Campbell Park. And it'll just be placed flat in the grass so it can be mowed over very easily. And there will be a sentence or two. There's not a lot of room on the sign, even though they're redoing the sign, because the sign all relates to just the history of like the Campbell Park Historic District. So there'll be a QR code that gets added to the sign that will direct you to the state website, and that has some information on the WPA project. And then if we want to go to the next one. And so this portion that's on the sign, this kiosk is in the park, and there's room for 4 signs. There's 2 of them today. And this one, we're not gonna make any changes on it. We're just gonna replace the sign itself. The poles will be wire brushed, and they'll repaint it, but the concrete and the roof and that is still in good condition. So the Parks and Rec Department will be doing that portion of it. And so this is a current photo of the other sign, the interpretive sign that's in there with the history of the park. So there'll be a sentence or two just added on about the WPA sidewalks. And then we're gonna have to shrink down some of the properties that are within there. The State Historic Office definitely wanted a picture of at least what the trees used to look like, so we have some history of that. There won't be any verbiage added to the sign about the trees being removed, just a photo showing what it did look like. And then one of the updates, the 726 Dakota South, the original color of that home was gray. the photo there did show it that when it was painted pink, so we're gonna switch out that one. And then an additional change on there will be, to take out the reference to the nursing home, because that is no longer there. And there won't be any references, like I said, on the tree history, we'll just have a photograph of there. And both signs will actually be replaced, they're 10 years old, and you can see on the one sign where the red edging, it's all flaking off, and they both would have the same style and matching colors that way. And then this is one of the historic markers. This one happens to be in front of the library, and you can see a little bit of wear on that. They are going to give us 4 new ones. So it'll be at 5th, 7th, 8th, and 9th Street, and they'll actually be put right on the poles right along the street on Dakota Avenue or 37. Then I've got one more here, and this just shows the other locations of those historic markers that are in the district. So we're not gonna change the design, that way the designs in color will still match what's already out in the district today.
Very good. Any questions for Julie on this item? We don't need a motion or anything on
Make a motion to approve 8.3.
this. Mr. Weinrich, motions to approve 8.3. Need a second on this item?
Second.
Second, Mr. Bragg. Any questions for Julie? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Weinreich,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay. Julie, you got 8.4?
Yep, and I've got this one too. So this is the plat submitted by, it's be Debbie and Matt Bush Properties for Bush Outlot 2, lots 1 through 3. And I've just got a little thing up here to kind of show you the location of that.
Okay.
So this is 21st Street out here, this is 22nd Street. So it's kind of a pie-shaped lot right along McDonald Drive and 22nd Street. So there's a triplex being constructed that faces this way, so it'll be divided into the 3 lots. And so if it has 3 or more dwelling units, the code just says that it has to have a minimum of 2,000 square feet and at least 20 feet of frontage on each one and 100 feet deep. And the plat that is in your packet does meet all of the code requirements, so I would recommend approval. And I did talk to Matt Bush, and they said that they did not want to rent. They have decided to parcel them off so they could sell each individual one.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Commissioner Harvey, need a second?
Second.
Mr. Bragg. Any questions for Julie on this item? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Weinreich,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. All right, moving on to departmental items. 10.1, Tucker, we're going to have you talk on that, please.
Yes, certainly, Mayor. Commissioners, 10.1, consider approval of memorandum of understanding between the City of Huron and Fraternal Order of Police. The Fraternal Order of Police has accepted the city's proposal with respect to health insurance coverage, and that's set forth in the memorandum of understanding to make that part of the collective bargaining agreement.
Need a motion?
So moved, 10.1.
10.1 motion by Commissioner Weinrich. Need a second on this item?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Harvey. Any questions for our city attorney on this item? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Weinreich,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Harvey?
Aye.
Mayor Harrington?
Aye. 10.2, Brian, will you be up to talking about the golf course?
Yes, I can carry this, Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
This is an updated contract with our golf manager that, we've looked at this previously, excuse me, for renewal for 2024. One major item of change from the original, contract offering that the commission had looked at previously, what had to do with the part-time wages and how much of that the vendor would cover. After we presented the proposal to the golf commission, the concern was that we were taking back basically what we provided to him in his annual contract amount. Their request was to draw a line in the sand as far as part-time wages and what is the responsibility of the contract manager to be no more than, or the city would pay no more than what was in the budgeted 24 budget for part-time help. And that was the result of where we got to with this contract, and that's how that is portrayed. So that is a major item that changed from first time that we proposed this to now, which I would move to approve.
I would second that.
A motion on this item? Commissioner Gray?
I think Brian brought it as well.
Brian didn't, okay, we have a second on it?
I would second.
Commissioner Gray, okay. Any questions for Commissioner Smith on this item? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith?
Aye.
Weinrice?
Aye.
Craddock?
Aye.
Harvey?
Aye.
Mayor Harrington?
Aye. Okay, moving on to 10.3, the city offices will be closed on Monday, December 25th, 2023 for the Christmas holiday and January 1st, 2024 for the New Year's Day holiday. And I'll call on Commissioner Bragg to talk to us about 10.4.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So just another reminder as we come up to the holidays here, the Solid Waste Department rubble site will be closed Saturday, December 23rd, and also Monday, December 25th, in observance of Christmas. So for that week, the garbage and recycling that would normally be picked up on Monday will be done on Wednesday, December 27th. Please remember to have your containers out the night before. And then again, looking forward to New Year's, the Solid Waste Department rubble site will be closed Saturday, December 30th, and Monday, January 1st, 2024. Once again, Monday's garbage and recycling would be done on Wednesday, January 3rd. So please, on these rescheduled days, please have the cans out ready to go right away. If you have any questions, please call 605-353-8542.
Thank you, Commissioner Bragg.
8.1, we can't seem to get them on the Zoom, and Dennis
As long as you
does
don't
have
ask
information on
difficult
it.
questions, I'll try to get through it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you. 8.1 is temporary construction easement the DOT is asking us to give for the construction in 24. They've offered us $5,490 for the temporary easement along Campbell Park and Kansas Mall. And all this allows them to do is go in and to do the construction work in that area after repairing damage they do, and go in. But they will be on, everyone along the project is getting one of these. So recommend approval for the mayor to sign the paperwork.
I would move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Bragg, second, Mr. Weinrich. And Dennis, from my